Namaste, dear yogis. Yoga Steps is here today, and I'm filming a short sequence for you to release tension in the power muscles of your leg. So we are going into the quad muscle and into the hamstrings. And just after I walked my dog this morning and I felt that my quads and my hamstrings felt pretty tight, I decided that I'm going to do this short class to release tension here. Why we are looking to release tension in those big muscles? First of all, or one of the main things for me is think about your hip joint. Think about your hip joint, and then this is your leg, and your hip joint is on top of the leg. Your hip is resting in each femur bone. And when you have short hamstring on one side, or short muscles on one side, the front of the leg, what's happening, it's pulling your hip out of alignment, or it's pulling it all the other way. And when you're pulling on your hip in one or the other way, what's happening, it's also triggering problems in your lower back, because it's also pulling and misaligning your lower back, the shoulders, or connective tissue. It's like a big spider web in your whole body. And everything is connected, and while you're working in one area, you target a main area, but you're also targeting the rest of the body. So let's start. For today's practice, you need a block. You need 2 balls, either therapy balls or tennis balls, and you need a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use maybe a towel, a longer towel to hold on, or maybe a scarf. And to start, you bring the block right in front of your left leg, and then you slowly start to lean over, so the big thigh muscle, the quads, is on top of the block. You bring your right leg out to the side in a T-pose. So when I'm coming up, you'll see the block is positioned right here. So my knee is free and my groin is free. I'm right in the center of the block. And then this other leg is in a half rock pose, and then you can position your arms the best way, so you can hold yourself up and just relax here. Breathing in and out through your nose, and allowing these big muscles here, these 4 muscles on the front of your leg, to soften and to relax. Notice what you feel. If this gets too hard for your lower back, you can place something under your belly here to support. Just to support, not to lift yourself up, because you don't want to lose the contact. So if this feels too hard for your lower back, just put something here under your belly, so you don't have to work so hard with your shoulders to keep you up. Now we slowly start to bend the leg and straighten the leg. You're bending and straightening. Just go slow, being curious what you're feeling on the way up and on the way down. If this is too much, you just can stay with your leg resting on the block. Next time you bring your leg up, stay here and just sway your leg from side to side. Swaying from side to side, crossing the muscles from right to left and left to right. Come back to the center, slowly lower your leg back down. Just stay here, breathing in and out through your nose. And then slowly start to straighten the right leg. And take the block out to the side. Come back and come down on your belly, and just notice if there's a difference between the right leg and the left leg. How is the left leg resting on the floor compared to the right leg? How does the muscle feel, the leg feel? Slowly come back up again. Position the ball in front of the right knee. And then again, remember, you just want to have the big muscle on top of the block. The left leg out to the side in this half frog pose. And then you just want to find a position so you can hold yourself up. Remember, you can support your belly a little bit, your lower back, by putting something under your belly. And the first thing you always want to do is just to relax into letting go. Breathing in and out through your nose. Slowly start to bend and straighten the leg. If this is too much, you also can bend the leg just a little bit, or you can just stay with your leg straight and allowing the muscles to soften. Slowly bending and straightening. Next time your leg is up, keep your leg up. And slowly sway your leg from side to side, crossing the muscle left to right, right to left. Coming back and slowly lower your leg down. Stay here, breathing in and out through your nose. And straighten the left leg. And slowly come down on your belly, take the block to the side. And just notice how it feels now, how the front of your legs are feeling now. In my body it feels like more surface is touching the floor, like the front of my leg is so soft and relaxed. When it felt like a little bit more rocky, we started like my muscles were really tight, but it feels really nice and soft now. And slowly get up into a seated position. And for the next release, we're releasing the hamstrings. You want to use both balls. So open your legs, just in a relaxed way. And what we are doing is you're lifting the legs and you're finding the sit bone here on your back. You know this bony part when you're sitting on a really hard surface and it's really painful, so you really wish you had a pillow with you. This is your sit bone, and you just want to position the ball just under this, not on top of, just beneath the sit bone, and then do the same on the other side. This is for me always the hardest spot, so really my body is really thankful when I'm just leaning back a little bit and just releasing here into it. Depends on how your hamstrings are feeling. So you're maybe sitting up, you're not leaning back into your hands. So you really can work here a little bit. And even if you're maybe leaning back in the beginning, just check it out. After a while, it's sometimes possible just to come up a little bit. Oh, that was too much. So really checking out what is the right intention for you, so you can still breathe. Your breath is always a good sign or a really trustful guide. If you're feeling you're holding your breath or your breath gets really short, that means you went a little bit too deep into it. So you always want to be able to breathe deeply in and out. Now look to the front of your leg, going from your groin towards your kneecap, and just make a sign halfway And again, halfway again from this one here. So this is from my kneecap to my groin. This is halfway to it, and this is halfway to the half. And there on the back, you want to position the ball now. Just come down a little bit. You can do the same measurement here on the other leg, and you just come down, being right in the center of the back of your leg. And you just can sit upright here, or you again just can lean back into your hands, and you're just hanging out here. There's not a lot of movement, so this is a perfect thing to do while you're maybe enjoying a little bit of sunshine outside, and you just take the 2 balls, tennis balls, therapy balls, whatever balls you're maybe having at home with you, and you're just making a short break here while you're sunbathing a little bit. We all need a little bit of sun every day, so why not doing a myofascial release technique while we're getting our vitamin D's into the body. Now again, halfway from your groin to the kneecap, halfway down to this, and there's where you're going to position the ball. Measuring on the other side, halfway, and putting the ball just there on the back. And this gets a little bit easier, so sometimes you even just can bring a little bit more forward fold into this. So you're just leaning very gentle forward a little bit. Don't have to be a big forward fold. But the reason why we're getting a little, you feel when you're leaning back, I'm feeling literally just that the balls are resting under my legs. But when I'm sitting upright, it gets a little bit more intense. And even when I'm leaning forward, it's still intensity that my body enjoys. So it's not getting too deep. I still can breathe. And we're just hanging out here for a few breaths. Slowly come back up, and we're doing the same, measuring again. So groin, kneecap, halfway there, and now you're going halfway towards the knee, and this is where you want to position the ball next. And halfway there, and then here, this is where you're positioning the ball. And sometimes from here it's really nice to lean a little bit forward. You also can use a block to lean a little bit forward, so you don't have to go too far down. You also can use a chair in front of you, so whatever is just available to hang out here for a moment. Breathing in and out. Allowing your legs to soften. Sometimes when I get into a spot the first time, my muscles are kind of getting in an alarm mode. And being there for a while, letting them know, it's okay. It's just a myofascial release. Nothing bad is going to happen. You can feel that your muscles are letting go after a while, after a short while. And we're just hanging out here. And then we have one more spot to go onto the back of the legs. For this last spot, I want you to place your hand into the back of the knee, because we're not going into the back of the knee here. You want to avoiding, because the skin is so thin here and all the layers. So you want to just move the ball a little bit down, but you're still being above of your kneecap. So really place your hands here so you make sure you're protecting the back of your knee when you're positioning the ball. Do the same on the other side and just bring the ball a little bit more down. So when I'm making a straight line from the back of my knee towards the ball, I'm being under the ball. So you really want to avoiding this back area. And then you're just leaning forward a little bit. Again, you can use the block here if you like to come forward. You can just rest your hands here. Sitting up a little bit, whatever works best. So if this coming forward feels too much for you, start to round a lot. A chair is a really nice option here, to use a chair just to rest with your arms on top of a chair. Breathing in and out. Letting go. And now slowly lift up. Take the balls out. We don't need the balls anymore. Place it to the side, and also the block. And just bring your legs a little bit closer and just notice how easy it is for you to sit now we cannot compare both sides because we did both legs together. So if you only have one ball at home, do one leg after the other leg, and you also will feel an incredible, wonderful difference between one leg and the other leg after you did this. After you moistured the fascia, the muscles, the tendons and ligaments, it's wonderful, it's really good to go into a stretch. And we're doing a stretch for the hamstrings now together and a stretch for the quad muscle. So for this one you need either your strap or you need your scarf or maybe a towel. And come on your back. We're starting with the left leg. So you bring the strap around your foot. You loop the strap around your hands, and you really want to feel that you're not pulling up like this. Your shoulders can relax on the floor. Tuck your chin in so your neck is nice and long. And you want to push the heel up towards the ceiling. You can have your right leg on the floor, the right foot on the floor, knee pointing up to the ceiling, or you can straighten your leg. So whatever feels better for you. When you have your leg straight, flex your right foot as well, and your toes pointing towards the ceiling. While you're in this pose, push your heel towards the ceiling, and you want to lengthen your left sit bone towards the end of your yoga mat. Don't push your lower back into the floor, allowing the sacrum, the really bottom part of your spine, to sink into the floor and be heavy. And you can feel that your spine is still in this natural curve, so there's a little bit space between the lower back and the floor. I'm just holding this a little bit longer. One more inhale and exhale, and then relax. Take the strap out, and you just can either have both feet on the floor for a moment, and you want to straighten the legs or whatever feels better in your body. And then you loop the strap around the other foot. I'm just having the strap behind the ball of my toes. I'm looping the strap around my hands, finding a position where my shoulders really can relax. Then I'm checking on this side, do I want to have my legs straight or bent? You have the left toes pointing up to the ceiling, you have your right heel up towards the ceiling, and you want to lengthen your right sit bone towards the end of your yoga mat. Again, you feel that the bottom part of your spine, your sacrum, is really heavy, relaxing down towards the earth, and you have still this natural curve in your lower back. Breathing in and out. Keep your shoulders and arms relaxed as much as possible while you're holding the strap. Close your eyes, and we're just holding this stretch just a little bit longer. Don't get lazy, push your heel to the ceiling, lengthen your sit bone towards the end of your yoga mat. One more inhale and exhale. And slowly you can take the strap to the side, and you can either straighten both legs on the floor or you can bend your legs. So whatever feels best in your body now. From here, come onto your left side. And you want to really lay on your side with a straight line. So checking your body position here. You want to align your left elbow with your left shoulder. And make sure you bring your shoulder blades back a little bit so you don't want to round forward. So you want to have a nice and open front here. I show you two different options how you can do this quad stretch. The first one is you are just placing the right leg in front of you. This is going to be the same for both variations. And then you bend your left knee a few times. I always like to do this, bending the knee 2 or 3 times before I'm getting into the stretch. Feels better for my knee joint. And then you want to hold on with your right hand on your left foot. This is option 1. If you cannot reach your foot, you just make a loop here with your scarf, and you just can loop the strap around your foot, and you just can hold it like this while you're being here up on your forearm. You also can straighten your arm. You can bend your arm and rest your head on top of it. The right leg remains in front of you and you're holding onto the left foot with your right hand. Again, you can use the strap here as well to loop the strap around your foot. And we're just hanging out here for a moment. And we will work a little bit in this pose. And to do this, you want to tuck your tailbone under. Feels like you're lifting your belly button up. And while you're tucking your tailbone under, think about you reaching with your left knee a little bit more towards the end of your yoga mat. Creating length from the knee towards your left hip. So you keep on tucking your tailbone under. Belly button lifts up. It's like you want to bring the frontal hip bones closer towards your rib cage. Breathing in and out. One more deep inhale and exhale. First release the belly and the tucking. You also can bend the front knee a little bit, so you feel you're creating a little bit of a softening in this stretch. Now you're letting go of the left foot, but don't straighten the left leg immediately. Just point and flex your ankle a few times and then straighten the leg. And your right leg back on top of the left leg. And you just can turn the other way. I'm just turning around so I'm not facing my back to you. And we do this all to the other side. So first you come into your side, a straight line from your feet all the way up. Your right elbow is aligned with your right shoulder. Bring your shoulder blades back a little bit. And then you bring your left leg in front of you. And then you see if you can hold on with your left hand on your right foot. Or if you make again this loop and you catch your foot here with a strap or the scarf, whatever you have, or towel, and you're holding on like this. Or the other option is you come down to the floor again, supporting your head with your arm, and you're holding with your left hand on your right foot. And then to work into the stretch a little bit, you want to tuck your tailbone under. Again, it's like you're lifting your belly button up. You want to reach with your right knee towards the end of your yoga mat. Make sure that at no time you have any kind of knee pain in this pose. If this stretch creates pain in your knee, this might be not the right stretch for you to get into your quad muscle. And you should maybe try other ways to stretch the front of your legs. If you're being down into the floor and this creates knee pain, sometimes it just helps to back up or to back off a little bit and coming onto the arms, so the variation number 1 I showed you. So keep on tucking your tailbone, lifting the belly. It's like you're lifting the frontal hip bones towards your ribs, lengthening the knee. One more inhale and exhale. Soften, just soften while you're still holding. You can bend the front knee a little bit. You're letting go of the tucking of the tailbone. You can feel how this softening is happening in your body. And then you're letting go of the leg, but the same way here. Don't straighten the leg immediately. Point and flex your foot a few times. And then straighten the leg. Bring your leg back. And then take your top arm Guide yourself back up into a seated pose. Thank you very much for practicing this short myofascial release and yoga stretch for your quad muscles and for your hamstring muscles. You can do this work, this short class every time after you maybe were on a walk, like I did it this morning after I walked the dog. And you also can do it, maybe you went to the gym and you want to stretch the big muscles out a little bit. But you also can do it every time during the day, whenever you feel you need a little bit. If you are sitting a long time or you feel these muscles are kind of tight a little bit. Because we do the work with the balls before, so we are moisturizing the area before, so it's okay to get into the stretches because we are preparing it a little bit. Thank you very much. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. So anytime I'm posting new videos, I'm posting traditional yoga classes, always with a little bit of focus on alignment. I'm also posting more of myofascial release classes, also restorative yoga and meditation. So check it out, subscribe so you're always getting the information. And if you have a question, if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much and Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Bye, dear yogi.